relaxation. And for those people, yoga in general is very good because all asanas, so all exercises within yoga can serve a certain calm. But do make sure that if you are a pitta person that you do the exercises on a cooler time of the day, so in the morning or late at night, to not increase the fire that is already on. On the other hand, kapha people who are indeed more cool and more grounded already, those need some firing up to really speak up, to stand up, especially when a room is filled with other types of people. So for those, a sun salutation in the morning or during the day even is a very good idea. But if you are a kapha person, make sure that you do the sun salutation really in one breath, one movement. We have been doing this every week, that when you move, you take a breath, when you move again, you take your next breath. And that is something really important, to have that flow going on for a kapha person. And then for the people who are more dominant in vata, everything is about grounding, because vata people are very creative people, which is often said as if they live with their heads in the clouds. So we need to take their feet and pull them back to the ground. So everything, so all exercises which are as close to the floor with as much space from your body is better. So today we are going to start with a very simple sun salutation. Considering the time of day, it is very good for pitta. Considering the fact that it's a sun salutation, it's perfect for kapha people. And I have added some extra grounding exercises to make sure that also the vata person in you is being served. Okay? So let's start with your feet hip width apart on your mat. If you are on a mat, come and stand at the top of the mat. That's the easiest. That way you can use the entire length of your mat. If you're in your garden like me, it doesn't really matter where you are. Just start somewhere. So place your feet hip width apart. Try to spread your toes as much as you can. And really try to first, it might sound a bit fluffy, but try to come home in your body. Try to close your eyes and really state, okay, here I am. I'm going to be here for half an hour. And it's just me and Joyce's voice. But really try to come up with a way to stay grounded, to stay within yourself. And then take a breath, take a deep breath. And on your next breath in, you're going to lift your arms all the way to the top. Try to stretch it out. Really stretch. Especially the kapha people. Overstretch, really focus on the stretch and on the heat coming up. Stretch, and when you breathe out, you come all the way down. If that doesn't work for you, then place your hands on something. Especially the vata people, don't leave your hands hanging, but make sure that you have something grounded. That's very important. So breathe out. On your next breath in, you are going to place your right foot in a lunge and make sure that your knee is on top of your ankle. Don't go like this or like that, but really state your knee on top of your ankle. And when you breathe in, come up. And you're going to stay here and really try to focus on lengthening the back side of your right leg. Really focus on that as if you are pushing the skin towards the air. Really strengthen. You can bump a little if you want to increase. Breathe in again, really stretch it out. If you can, look to the sky. And when you breathe out, you're gonna come all the way down. So place your hands at the level of your left foot, and then place your left foot next to the right one. And come into a plank position. You're gonna immediately feel a difference between your legs. We're gonna make sure that you get well balanced again after this. So breathe in, stay here. Breathe out, come all the way down, flat on the belly. When you breathe in, you're going to place your hands under your shoulders and lift the head. This is called the cobra position, which is extremely good for people who are vata, because you are this close to the ground. When you breathe in, you're going to come back into the plank position, and then breathe out, come into a downward facing dog. But before you come into the actual position, try to really focus on the details here. You have the time, so really focus on it. First off, you're going to try to make sure that there is no air between your hands and the floor. Really create a vacuum underneath the hands, so really firmly push on them. And then bend your knees and make sure that you lift your bum so that you have a straight back. Look to your hands and then try to stretch your legs without losing the feeling in your back, so that you really create a triangle. And then again, push on those hands to lift your bum even more, and then stay here. Especially the Pitta people, try to breathe in very deeply here and breathe out through the mouth. It's called the lion's breath. It will release the fire. Do that 3 times. And then on the next breath in, you will come forward to the top of the mat again. And you may choose how you do that. Either you take baby steps sideways, or you jump, or you take one big step. You come back into the forward fold. You stay here, you breathe out. And when you breathe in, you're going to slowly come up all the way up. Hands go up as well. And when you breathe out, we will immediately flow into our next sun salutation. So come back to the floor. Now place your left foot in your high lunge. Breathe in, come up, really stretch, and again focus on that back knee, that you really straighten the leg, and that you have your knee above your ankle. Really straighten out, look to the sky. Try to keep your balance. If it doesn't work, then just reset your body. If you feel a bit shaky or if it doesn't feel perfect, just adjust your body. It's not a competition. I know, especially for Pitta people, it's hard that I say this, but it is not a competition. You're not competing with anyone, not even with yourself. So really adjust where needed. Make sure you're comfortable. Breathe in, stretch. Breathe out. Come down into the plank position. Breathe in. And when you breathe out, come all the way down. Breathe in into the cobra. And breathe out in downward facing dog. And again, really take your time here coming there. First focus on the hands, then keep your knees bent, and then straighten out. And then push your hands again. in, come to the top of the mat. Breathe out. Breathe in, slowly come up. And breathe out. Okay, now try to feel what this is doing to you, for you. Try to focus on that. Keep your eyes closed and just feel. And then we're going to do that one more time on each side. But really do it in a comfortable way. Try to be very true to your body, very true to who you are. And don't overdo anything. I do not want you to feel sorry tomorrow that you did yoga class. Okay, so breathe in, stretch, breathe out, hold, breathe in, right foot behind you in a lunge. First come into an upright position, so really focus on the legs. Are they feeling good? Am I really stretching that back knee? And then come up, find your balance, stretch out the arms and look to the sky. Breathe in, and when you breathe out, place your hands on the floor. Step your left foot to meet the right. Come into your plank position. Really strengthen your body. Really feel that you are tightening all your muscles. And then let go. When you inhale, come up. And exhale, come into your downward facing dog. But really take the time to get there. Focus on the hands. Stretch out the knees. And then push. If your heels are not touching the floor, doesn't matter, then just stay lifted. I rather have you with lifted knees than with a crooked back. So really focus on lengthening and strengthening the body. And on an inhale, come to the top. Exhale where you are. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, we immediately move on. Place your left foot behind you. Inhale, come all the way up. And then exhale, come down. Place your feet hip width apart. Really focus on this plank. And then when you exhale, come down. Inhale, cobra. And then exhale immediately to downward facing dog. Take your time getting here. And then breathe. We're gonna stay here for 3 breaths. Really focus on the expansion of your rib cage, as if your heart cracks open. And on the next inhale, come all the way up to the front of the mat. Look at your feet. Thank your feet for being here, for feeling what you're feeling. You can touch them. And when you inhale, all the way up. And come down. Okay, so that's already the first vinyasa you can do types of doshas depending on where you put the focus. Next thing we're gonna do is an exercise which is mainly for Pitta and Vata people, but as a Kapha person you can enjoy it as well if you put it in a vinyasa, as I'm going to show you. A vinyasa means that you put it in a flow of exercises, that you don't see an exercise as something separate, but you use the other exercises to get there and to actually heat up your body. So what I would like you to do is sit on your knees and then place your bum on your heels. And we are actually going to first go to a more grounding position, which is called child's pose. Child's pose is one of the most calming exercises you have in yoga. It's also a very grounding exercise, so really good for Vata people. And we are going to end the flow in what is called the camel position. And the camel position is a position where we actually focus on opening up the heart. Because especially for Pitta people, the heart space can be closed off because we tend to keep going and keep going and keep going, and we sometimes lose sight of our hearts and our emotions and who we really are. So it's very serving for a Pitta person to do heart openers to make sure that your rib cage and the love in there can flow. So that's enough said, let's just do this. Breathe in, come up, and really, as in the beginning, try to stretch out, come all the way up. And when you breathe out, you're gonna come on all fours. So place your knees under your hips, place them hip width apart, your hands underneath the shoulders. And then I don't know if Arnaud told you that as well, because I lost connection, but a Vata person always, or most of the time, has issues with their back, and then this exercise is a very good one. So when you breathe in, you're actually going to roll your spine all the way up, look to the sky, and then when you breathe out, you're going to do the reverse. But make sure that every time you start, you do it from the back to the top. So do it again, breathe in. First your sacrum and then all the way up. And breathe out. Tighten the muscles in your belly. Really push the belly button towards the spine. Breathe in. Come up. Breathe out. Two more times. Breathe in. And breathe out. Child's pose. Within child's pose, you can actually decide how you want to do it. Either you're going to place your hands next to your feet, or you are going to stretch it out. Most Pitta people stretch it out because of the fire. Most Kapha people and Vata people find it more comfortable to place the hands at the sides. So really decide. The thing is that you need to be as comfortable as possible, because you're going to stay there for 3 breaths in silence. Okay, so have fun. Try to place your forehead on the mat or on the floor to really ground yourself and to really feel supported. Right? If you do it like a Pitta person, then stretch it out, but make sure you do not lose the connection between your bum and your heels. That's important. If you cannot do that, then place a pillow or a block between the bum and the heels to make sure that you do have a seated position. Then slowly rise up with the next inhale, but really slow down the process. Make sure that your head is the last thing to rise up, so that you really feel the blood flow reversing again in your body. And then place your knees next to each other. We're going to come up again. And now we are going to come into a camel pose. For the people who have a weak back or have issues stretching, then be very careful with this pose. You can replace it by just lying on the floor with a pillow rolled up. You put the pillow in the length of your spine and just lie on top of it. You will have the same, well, a little less, but you will have the same type of feeling, and it will also be a heart opener. For the ones who do not have any issues, I highly recommend this pose because it's a really nice one. To do this, you first place your knees hip-width apart. You put your toes into the floor. You will, with a straight back, you will go towards your heels, really try to take your heels, and then breathe in and make sure that you push your rib cage towards the sky. If you have issues with your neck, you are going to stay in this position to not put any strain on the neck, but to really have the chest opening. If you don't have any issues with your neck and you feel comfortable, you can also let it hang. And really come into a full camel pose. To come out of the pose, you first lift your head again, and then you're gonna come and sit on your heels, and then let your hands flow. You will immediately feel that you have opened up something in your chest, which is what we really want to do. Normally, I was going to do an extra exercise which is called the bow, but I'm running out of time, and it's an exercise you really have to take your time for. So if anyone is interested, I can show it to you afterwards and let you know how to do it. But I think it's more important to always end the yoga class by making sure everything we did is implemented within our bodies. So to do that, you may come into a comfortable seated position of your choice. But when you're there, and if you have a cross-legged position, there's always one foot in front of the other. And actually, to balance out our bodies, it's always a good idea to just reverse it. To reverse what is normal to you. So really take up the foot you normally put in front, and now put it in the back, and vice versa. To teach your body that actually you are in control, and that you are the one deciding. Make sure that you have a flat back position. Try to take a hold of your knees to really open the chest again and to really relax the shoulders down. And then close your eyes and try to observe your breathing. You do not have to alter it, you do not have to change anything. Especially for Pitta people, this is a hard exercise. Don't change it, don't try to make it better, just be. And observe where you are. And feel your chest going in and out. I'm going to stay quiet now so you can really feel it. For the people who have the time, I highly recommend staying at least 5 more minutes in this pose. For people who do not have the time, come out of the pose slowly. First open up your eyes and then breathe in. Stretch out the hands. Breathe out, come into Namaskar. Thank yourself for being here, for taking this time. And I also really want to thank you for being here and learning this morning with us and showing up. Thank you. Namaste.